having a discussion yesterday about a vacation that we are planning to go. Oh yeah, today's just an exploring day. Man, there's hard rain in London today. I mean, it rained early in the day. It rained until midday. Just came up to this sign where it says caution, steep path. It takes me all the way up to this path. Looks like I'm gonna live neighborhood. Hello, good day. It's 11:51 a.m. It's Friday, April 5th, 2024. So today is the day before we leave to Turkey, and I want to enjoy this one to the fullest. I would like to have beer day today. So obviously things are going to go different this spring, especially for my birthday. 2 years ago, at the end of March, we had come to this house for the first time. And then last year, in early April, it was on this date, April 5th, 2023, when we had left Istanbul airport and I took a virtual plane ride. You know, I was wearing VR glasses and I was riding a plane.
So how was it?
Oh, it was really, really fun. It was fun. Also on that day, we took a business flight, having landed at LAX. Whereas this time, it's much different. It's going to be a reverse trip, whatever we do tomorrow. Kind of funny calling it that, but we are going to get my loft renovated. The time is coming at last. And at various times, especially from mid to late May and into early June, and then from mid-July until we come back here on July 28th, I will have my loft organized. And here's the thing. So me and Mom had made a discussion yesterday about a vacation that we are planning to go in early June. All right, so we are going to go to another new hotel in Bodrum between the dates of June 2nd and June 6th. It's the Kefaloka Resort, which, if you remember from our previous trips, has a similar layout to the Hilton, to the B Premium, and the Sianji. Where you drive uphill and find the entrance of the hotel, that's where the lobby is, and then you go down, find the hotel rooms, and then at the bottom you get out and you get access to one of the pools. Time for beer. Yes. And the French dips as well. Well, my beer just came a minute ago.
In 3 months, I will not say 1.5. We can do €2.
It's
Istanbul,
thank
Turkey.
you, sir.
Turkey, Istanbul.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Have fun with it.
Well, thank you. All right, just had the French dip and the beer, and goodness, it's like one of those days again. Like I'm walking out super drunk. Oh God, like just because I got so freaking drunk, I was just about to bump my foot into that back sofa there. It's wooden, man. That could hurt. Like that could really hurt if you press really, really hard. Okay, let's see what it says. There's paper here. Mudslide area. Oh, I reckon that we could still pass through this because this area has been quite muddy for some time, but now it's dried up. So let's just take a seaside walk and see what it's up to. I haven't done this in a while. Caution, falling rock. Well, yeah, when it gets really, really windy, there's always a sign that rocks can fall off this slippery slope. So the steep slope as well. And whatever I was talking about just a minute ago, yeah, there it is. Like, that's why it can get really, really mushy over here if it's not dry enough. Oh yeah, today's just an exploring day. Man, I still feel the side effects of being drunk. It's like I'm walking like a 64-year-old. Not even exaggerating. If I was exaggerating, I would probably say 79. So let's see what's up with the sea today. It's a little bit windy, so you can tell that the tide level is going to be kind of high, but at least it's not one of those chaotic days. Sometimes you have to wave cover like all the way until the stairway, but like today is still very windy. Sometimes I talk about the birds jumping on this rock too. There's hard rain in London mean, it rained early in the day. It rained until midday. Despite that, the water doesn't cover so much of the surface for some reason. So this must be like the big advantage. So that's why you wouldn't expect the wave height to be as big, like except for when it's really, really windy. And if you look at the other side as well, well, you can see that the water level is very well below the sand. There's a bunch of seaweeds, and man, it is already starting to smell like it at this point. You can tell from, wow, look at that bird. Yes, you can tell how, well, oh, it's a stark. Whoa, you can tell from its legs, and you can tell from its beak as well. It's almost, oh my God, yep. That's what I was just talking about. You see, that's the mudslide area right here. And my goodness, just look at the pile of sand that is over here. The bird is still walking. There's a stark that is walking right through these rocks, the mudslide area. Just, well, its beak is almost as big as a pelican. And yeah, you can see the top of the underwater valley. I'm just gonna make it up, call it a underwater valley. Just gonna have to turn from this area though, because this is kind of weird. Okay, well, this turned out to be an epic mistake. Like, of course, I read the sign from the cones that said mudslide area. I mean, I guess it should end at some point, but I just didn't want to pass. I mean, sometimes I'm a risk-taking person, but sometimes it just gets way too mushy, like that. Okay, yeah, I mean, when it's not dry enough, when it's way too mushy, like in the last couple of days, it has been really, really mild. Just yesterday was very well different, and today it rained. All right, so next day we came to this Starbucks. It's the first time that we come to this Starbucks store, and just want to see what's up on the seaside here. A group of people playing basketball and a tractor. I'm playing this tractor doing up there. This dude is freaking insane. He's trying to grab onto my shoes. Like what, human legs? Okay, I mean, many people have took pictures of this area just to see the birds because they formed into a big group. I'm just watching these basketballers. Holy heck, Star is still in the chair wobble. It's 5:28. I decided to go out for another bike ride and just live the moment, like having dinner at a penthouse before we make it out of here tomorrow. And man, like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's yet been the first 3 months of 2024, and this year has already made such a huge impact in my life that there's been a heck of a storyteller, and like under some concepts it just hits my guts really, really hard. Like a few times I have talked about my iPad, right? Like one time, just at a major frustration, I had lost my iPad, and sadly it turned out to just be a piece of trash after the last bit of work on getting it fixed. Man, I had that iPad for 7 years, and I truly wish it to rest in peace. In the few days before having come here on January 15th, I was optimistic enough to be able to take the iPad with me, but it turned out that it was nothing but just a blur, like a blur in the camera, a blur in the stage, and so I couldn't take it. Well, it's like from that moment it's been such a blow in the guts, been a blow in the trigger. Oh, what a quality engine that is. Oh great, it just passed through that light. Oh man, for like 9 or 10 seconds it was lightning up here. Lightning up the engine. Jeez, just look at this. How did this evolve into a pond all of a sudden? Just look at that. Like you see, on one side you got a mini pond, and on the other side you got just a bump over here, if you can see all the way back there. Man, I still hear a powerful engine for some reason. It must be a Dodge, it must be a Ferrari, who can tell what. Like, it's been 40 seconds. Look, even got another half bump over here. You know, I'm just gonna call it path bump, but they do have like 3 or 4 of these in this area. Yeah, you can see it all the way down there. And I have never take my bike up this hill over here, so we'll see where this takes me to. Just came up to this sign where it says caution, steep path. No skateboards, no roller blades, walk, bicycles. So I guess nobody's gonna give a crap whatever I do here with my bike. So I'm just gonna go up this hill, see what there is. Okay, well, I've gone all the way up here, just figuring out where this path will take. Whoa, now all of the lights, you see, now even the last light is just blinking, and like I'm just gonna have to set it to the high mode at this point. Like, I'm hoping that it just doesn't go off unprecedentedly. Okay, so it takes me all the way up to this path. Looks like I'm gonna live neighborhood watch program in force. All right, guys, so I have found myself in another neighborhood, having took my bike all the way up that path. Wow, that was as big as a whole pizza of magic there. I just took that road, and getting out, it is just 90 to 100 steps outside of our neighborhood, which will take me to the right. Just like that, dinner time. Yeah, it's like a habit that we do this the night before we head to the airport. I mean, you know me, the night after we make it here from Istanbul airport, and after a 13-hour flight, and the night before we leave here, take the plane, this is what we do, you know, head in and out. So we do. And we got that done and over with. Still waiting for my Nintendo Switch to charge up in my loft, and I did do some final shopping. Look at what we got. So if you see, these are some belts to put around the luggage. Let's have a look at this one first. This looks very much like a car, even a plane seat belt. It's from Swiss Gear. Whereas this one, you can see, this one looks much more decorative. You can tell even one of them is like a plane ticket. This is pretty nice for our luggage. So that's all the talk about for today. At this time tomorrow, we are already in the air, folks. It is going to be a longer than 15-minute episode tomorrow, which will stretch into Sunday. As you know, I am not doing vlogs every day this year. As I mentioned earlier, 2024 has brought a big impact into my life. It hit me like a bullet, especially at the start, when I lost my iPad the most unimaginable, chaotic way, like waking up from a nightmare at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just chaos. It just bites me in the nerves, the way that overexcitement karma hits me when it's the summer of odd number of years. It's like an OCD habit that I have. Like in the first half of the year, I enjoy it so much that I live the dream of it. But then in the middle of the summer, it just quickly drops off the zenith, and it just drives me nuts. It happened in 2019, it happened in 2021, and it happened in 2023. And so when we come back here on July 28th, we are not going to go 3 airports in one day. We are not going to go to San Francisco Airport. That was a chaotic experience. I still would not want to go to that airport again. I will see you guys in the video tomorrow. Have a nice day.